Hello and welcome to Enterprise IT World MIA on CIOTV.live. Today we are in Gitex. It is day 3. A lot of enthusiasm from this exhibition, like always. But particularly this year, things are better, bigger, more football here. It's quite widespread. This exhibition is completely changed from its positioning point of view. Every section from the technology point of view are allotted different halls, different booths. So in this series of understanding this market, I have got a gentleman who is very famous. He's the CEO of a global organization, that's IceWarp. IceWarp is into mail and messaging. I'm very fortunate that the global CEO, Mr. Adam Paclt, is with us to speak about his experience so far. Adam, thank you very much for taking time out and speaking to the Enterprise IT World audience.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes.
How do you see this expo? What has been your experience for last 3 days?
It's quite incredible. As you said, much bigger. A lot of people. Maybe I'm not sure about the exact figures, but I'm sure it's more people than before. We are not new in Gitex. We are here basically regularly every single year since 2015, I guess. What I really love, is the international vibe. So you can talk with a lot of people from like a lot of nations, just speaking about technology, problems, and it's one of the rarest opportunities because a lot of those things somehow move to online, and having like a possibility to physically speak on such a large event, at least in Europe, we don't have it. So it's like it's completely vanished, and Gitex is one of the only exhibitions where I really love to return every single year.
I think this magnitude is nowhere there in the world. Even in the US, you won't find this magnitude. B2B Expo. Of course, there are startups are there. In January, in Vegas, some expo are there, but those are consumer electronic shows.
Gitex is something special.
Something special, yes.
You have a stand, and all of a sudden you are speaking with a representative of like large government.
Exactly.
Then all of a sudden you have somebody from startup. So it's like you can really meet, a lot of people from various industries, from various sizes, from a lot of countries. It's really incredible. And for us, it's also important because we always are getting a lot of feedback on our product, on what we are doing, what we can do better, etc. So,
what are you hearing from your customers when you have conversation? Because you are at the gateway of all the goods and bads happening. The malware goes inside, a communication server is there, obviously data is there, you are also holding the data.
Yeah.
So data breach is happening, malware going inside your entire network, server system. So you are in a very strategic position as far as the IT is concerned for any other.
That's changed significantly over the last 2 years. So first of all, we obviously have our own cybersecurity department. We even based our own cybersecurity startup. We are the primary customer, but because we have very skilled people, so we are able to offer those people also the external customers. So of course, it's one of the ways how you can attract more skilled people in the area. So we have our own cybersecurity company, and we have a great partnership with smart cyber technology companies that are helping us to prevent all those things, and if possible, not having those malicious things at our servers at all. And we have a technology which prevents them to be delivered effectively to our customers by default. And but it's challenging, absolutely. It is challenging, and the market has changed, and now you have to be very careful. And every single cybersecurity incident must be properly documented. You need to learn from your own mistakes and over again. And data privacy of our customers is absolute priority above everything else. So, but I believe it's a common thing for all these service providers on the market these days, and it's a challenging. When I was young, when I was 16 years old, and we based IceWarp, we started with our first company.
Yeah.
Market was different. It was much easier. There were no regulations. You didn't need ISO certifications. You didn't have to take care about cybersecurity so much. It wasn't that big issue. Now, I would not like to be young starting new technology startup. It's incredibly difficult.
Yeah,
more and more difficult.
All right. So, Adam, IceWarp from day one says that IceWarp is true blue alternative to Windows or Microsoft mail messaging system. Do you still stand by that, or you have created your own niche?
That's a claim that our IceWarp Middle East marketing use. Partially, of course, it's true, but over the time when we are doing product development, we realize that we are trying to solve the same issues and cover the same needs of our customers that the other ones, but our way is completely different. Like if you see our product, how you feel in the product, how you use the product, it's a completely different experience than what the others offers. But what is true is that we are always trying to, from a ratio of price and performance, we are always trying to be better on every single market, every single region. Our claim and our company policy is to be like 50% more cost effective than our competition, and that's what we are trying to be everywhere.
Is there any new version, new flavor that you have launched in recent times?
Yeah. So we launched a completely new generation of IceWarp, where we are trying to address something completely new, which is basically like internally we in our company discuss it or explain it as the ultimate customer dashboard. So if I would oversimplify that, try to imagine that you have your own desktop, like in Windows. So you have your own desktop, but you have it in a browser. You have it same everywhere. You can put there your notes, files, folders. You can share it with your colleagues. So you can share the desktop. You can have the desktops in team chat channels. So we are trying to push more into like this collaboration space. But what is a game changer is artificial intelligence, because you can let artificial intelligence to prepare those desktops for you. And so this is where we are heading. That's the new strategy. So we are started slowly. Now we have a customer have a dashboard. We are starting slowly, and with multiple phases, we know where we want to be, especially in terms of in combination with artificial intelligence, and that's completely new. But we also completely changed the user interface, user experience. And we also launched a new mobile app for IceWarp. So the idea is that what you will have in your browser, emails, calendars, contacts, tasks, notes, team chat, everything you need, you will have in one application, right? So you have one mobile application with all of that. You don't need to have like 5, 6 separate applications, just one. And you will keep your work in this one app, and your life is in your phone. So that's the whole point. And we are trying to explain our customers that you don't need to have mobile device management tools because you are controlling the app, right? So there's a lot of such things that we released with the new version, and we spoke with each other 2 years ago. Now the product is completely different. It's like from a product perspective, when you are using it, you have a completely different feeling.
The challenge for the customers is that spamming these days. I mean, you have got DMARCs kind of solutions. Still, then things are not right for you, for the customers.
It's never-ending fight.
Yeah. So, do you see AI after AI getting integrated into the mail messaging system? Can that help?
Yes, it can help. Of course, it is just the most expensive way you can filter spam. Because with artificial intelligence means that you can take the data and learn the algorithms. What is the genuine email and what is spam, right? It means you can train the algorithms and you can train artificial intelligence. You need to have infrastructure for that, which is expensive. right? Then you can't do it real time effectively, at least not in large scale.
Yeah.
Because in IceWarp, like when, for example, providers are using our product or hosting companies, you have hundreds of thousands of connections per minute sometimes. You know what I mean? So it is challenging. I believe there is a future of using true artificial intelligence, or at least algorithm-based artificial intelligence. But now it's the most expensive way to do things, to do that, right? But we will get there, definitely.
All right. How are you invested in this region? I mean, what typical trends we are seeing from geo point of view? Every country in this region are getting independent from decision making, from COE perspective, because government has got different compliances. Every government, every country has a different. But earlier it used to be one kind of compliance. Anything that's not exactly compliance, but the way the solution used to be integrated, or the application getting subscribed. If it is UAE doing something, that used to be replicated by Saudi, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar. But these days I'm seeing that every country is taking different way of decisions, and
Makes
those
sense.
are becoming very, very difficult for a vendor like you to put up your resources, invest in all the countries and cover the region. So how are you present here?
It is definitely difficult. It is something that nowadays, that's what I mentioned, like, that I wouldn't like to be back young starting a new startup, because all those barriers, so to say, you can't fix it. It's like because you don't have resources. Now, fortunately, we are in a position when we have some resources, and when we are entering new markets, we know what are the challenges there. So we had to, like, for all the entities, we had to went through SOC 2, for example, audits, which is incredibly expensive and it's difficult.
Yeah.
We have various ISO certifications which are necessary, but it is just how it is, and it is today's world. But it makes sense because every single the data, when you are the country or any country, the data you have about your citizens, about taxes, and all the other data, right, is the most important thing that every single government have. So when you want to be a vendor for a government, you must be trusted, right? They must know with who they are dealing with. They must be familiar with your software. We have no problem, for example, to even let somebody to audit our source codes in various projects. It was simply unnecessary, and we are okay with that. It's a part of the game, and you must accept it. And it makes sense because every single government should take care of its own data. Because in 21st century, in 10, 20 years, it would be the most precious thing that you are taking care of. And
Right,
unfortunately, you can't believe anyone. That's how it is. I believe that all the countries knows that.
That's the reason, zero trust, that term has been coined. Securities are there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, around zero trust, that you do not to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't trust whether it is a machine or a human being that is sending or doing something within your.
Because now with artificial intelligence, when you have access to the data, back then you needed to have a bunch of analysts that just took your data and somehow analyze it, process it. Now with the artificial intelligence and with the machine learning, it is much more easier. You just need 2 or 3 hours.
Right, absolutely.
You just don't need people at all. You know what I mean? And you need a few GPU servers and some infrastructure. So the world is changing. Of course, we need to adapt. We need to gain our trust, but I think we are doing it.
We have another 2 days to go. So what is your expectation from the standpoint of return on investment? Because you are in a very premium location where you have put up your booth.
We never had any issues with return of investment in Gitex. I have to say that and we've been very lucky to find new customers, new partners. At the end of the day, it was always like okay from like financial perspective, but we are signing new partners, more and more from various countries, and this place, this opportunity to be here is incredible because you can meet them in person, you can discuss new plans, new strategies on the individual market. So for us, it's absolutely critical event. And next year we want to expand. We definitely want to have a bigger stand, and we want a bigger booth, and we want to be on more places than
Visible
just
side.
in the
Okay.
definitely.
All right,
It's great to be here, and I'm saying that it's a unique opportunity to meet new partners and customers.
All right, Adam, thank you very much for coming in, speaking to our precious audience at
Thank you very
Enterprise
much.
IT World MIA. Thank you.
Thank you.